Well, here we are, Average Pickleball Guy here. This paddle, you maybe have seen me putting this up on my social media channels over the last couple weeks. I've had this paddle in hand for about a month, and I've been using it a couple times a week. Today I'm going to give you my review, the on-court play of the Pursuer Pickleball paddle by Bond. Going to try to answer the question, will a better paddle make an average player better? Let's find out. So again, this is the Pursuer by Bond Pickleball. This surface is a T700 carbon sandblasted surface. You see we've got the cutout here in the throat shaped like a heart because Bond Pickleball's thing is let's bond, and so got a heart shaped here. This actually increases your sweet spot here in the middle. Gives you a little more speed on your swings. The core material inside this paddle is a hyper polymer honeycomb. I think this is a thermoformed paddle. Yeah, this is thermoformed. It does not have an edge guard. It is called Edgeless Dura Edge. The average weight on this is 7.8 to 8.3 ounces. I weighed this one, it came in at 8.1, so it's in range. They're saying the paddle length from the top to the handle is 16.45 inches. I really like this extended grip. This is a 5.3 inch grip. I like it. I have big hands. And so I can get two hands on this pretty easily. They're saying the width of this paddle from across the face is 7.4 inches, and they have what they call a absorb sweat grip. I'm just going to be honest with you, I had a hard time with that grip. It felt a little small to me, so I put an over grip on this by Gamma. So I made it more of a tennis grip, and I really found that worked out good for me. I did not weight this paddle at all. That might be something you would consider if you would like a heavier paddle. The grip circumference from around here, they are saying is 4.125 inches, and obviously that can vary, but this is a USA PA approved paddle for tournaments. I don't know how many of you would use these in tournament. If I had to rate these three categories with this paddle, from my experience, again, I'm average. I'm not great at dinking. I hit hard, but not always accurate. But if I were to give this a rating on control, for me, it's a 9 out of 10. If I had to give this a rating for power, I've played with more powerful paddles that hit harder than this, but if you've got a good swing, probably a 9. For me, the power for me is probably a 7.5. Again, that's just me. If you've got a really solid swing, maybe you come from a tennis background, you could probably really pop this. The spin, however, is absolutely incredible. To me, it's a 10. The spin on this paddle is a 10. The one thing I do miss is an edge guard, but that's just because I miss-hit a lot. But if you're pretty accurate, this is going to be a good paddle. Again, this is comparable to Selkirk's Luxx brand or a lineup. And I can tell you that if you go on Selkirk.com and you look at those paddles, they're going to be $250. This one's $200 on Bond Pickleball Guy, bondpickleball.com. And just in full transparency, Bond did send me this paddle. I'm not getting anything for this review, so this is an honest review from an Average Pickleball Guy's perspective. But they did offer anyone who wants to purchase this or any other paddles on their site a 40% discount if you use the code APG40. So Average Pickleball Guy 40, APG40. So if you're interested in this as a $200 paddle, 40% off, it makes it $120. And I'm going to tell you that's a heck of a, at $200 it's a deal. But $200 gets kind of costly for most of us. So if you want a really high-end paddle that's also pretty sexy, I would use that code and I would go after this paddle. Now, in terms of my experience with playing with it, I love hitting it. It does not hit. It does not have a hard pop. Once in a while you get a hard pop, but it is a quieter paddle. But it still has some good speed, good at resets. Again, I'm not good at dinking, but if I were good at dinking, I think this would be a great paddle. I just, that's one of my weak areas that I'm still working on. I go between two shots, mostly a smash or a lob, or try to hit it down the middle on my opponents. But I played with this paddle inside and outside. I prefer using it inside. Outside, it feels a little bit like if it's windy, I have a hard time controlling it. Again, that has helped with me putting this grip on here. I'm just going to tell you right up front, if you're looking for a high-end paddle and you have the opportunity to get a discount to make this a $120 paddle, which is comparable to the $250 paddles with Selkirk, this is your paddle. I would say go ahead and go for it. Just so you know, it has a unibody structure. So this is all one piece, but it's supposed to be long lasting, give you superior ball shaping, shaping a slice or a drop shot curve. And it has this carbon fiber weaved technology that's supposed to increase your power and response time. Yeah, try it for yourself. Give it a shot, send it back if you don't like it. But I would say this is a good touch paddle as well. And the weight and the stability and the power and the reduced noise and just over and over and over and over being a consistent paddle to hit, I think is pretty cool. It does have these 3D kind of touch pattern designs here, these ridges, rays. I don't know if I can get it in camera view, but those, come on camera, do a thing here. Do a thing. There we go. You can see that there are ridges on there, and that's 3D. And what they're saying here is it improves the protection of the paddle. So I suppose in place of an edge guard is what that's for. The heart shape, the heart shape again goes back to Bond's kind of play on Let's Bond, but they're calling it a dynamic vent that's supposed to provide flexibility and enhanced power and superior ball control. Again, I'm average, so these things mean a lot to me if I was really good. Go get this. BondPickleball.com. Use the code APG40. Get yourself 40% off. Again, that's not an affiliate link. I don't get anything for this. I'm just providing a review on a paddle from an honest perspective. It would not be a paddle that I would go to battle with. I actually have a couple other ones that I prefer, but as I get better at pickleball, because I've been just playing a few months, I think I will learn to play with this paddle. And it's like any paddle, when you pick up something different, you got to get used to it. And so, fortunately, I get to play with a lot of different paddles. And so going back and forth between paddles sometimes is hard for me to get used to, but I can see this easily being my go-to in a tournament. Kind of afraid to play with it because it's so pretty. But anyways, that's Average Pickleball Guy. I'm out. Have a great day. Peace.